Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, Chapter 3 Compound Interest Using Formula. Let us move on to the miscellaneous problems. Exercise 3B, question number 1. The difference between simple interest and compound interest on a certain sum of money is rupees 54.40 for 2 years at 8% per annum. Find the sum. It is clearly given in the question that a certain sum of money, that means to say P, the principal amount, is not known, and certain sum of money, when it is invested in simple interest, the rate of interest is 8% and N, or the term, is 2 years. The same sum of money, if it is invested in compound interest at 8% per annum at 2 years, remains the same. Amount is same, the amount invested for simple interest and the compound interest, and the number of years and the rate of interest is same. The major difference is simple interest is calculated by using the formula PTR by 100 and compound interest is calculated by using the formula amount minus P. It is clearly said that difference between the simple interest and compound interest is rupees 54.40. We already know that always the compound interest will be more than simple interest. Let us solve this problem in 3 steps. First step, find out the simple interest by considering the P as X, and in the second step, calculate the compound interest by considering the P principal amount as X, and in the third step, find out the difference between simple interest and compound interest, then equate the difference to sum of rupees 54.40. Hence, we can find the sum P, the principal. Let us proceed in this way. In the first step, let us calculate the simple interest. Formula used is PTR by 100. P is considered at X and T is taken as 2 years. R is rate of interest, that is 8%. X into 8 into 2 by 100. After simplification, it results as 4x by 25. This is mark it as result number 1, simple interest. Let us calculate the compound interest by using the formula amount minus P. Formula for amount is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. In this case, P is considered as X, R is taken as 8 and N is 2. After substitution, 8 by 100 can be written as 2 by 25. Hence, by taking 1 plus 2 by 25, it results as 27 by 25 whole square. After calculating 27 by 25 whole square, take LCM, do a subtraction with minus 1. It results as 104 by 625 into X. So, simple interest, what we have calculated is 4x by 25 and the compound interest is 104 by 625x. Let us calculate the difference. Difference between compound interest and simple interest is 54.40. So, 104x by 625 minus 4x by 25 is equal to 54.40. Take out x as a common factor. It results as 104 by 625 minus 4 by 25. LCM of 625 and 25 is 625. Hence, the numerator will result as 104 minus 100, that leads to 4 by 625. Do the cross multiplication. 54.40, 625 is shifted to the left hand side. So, into 625, for the numerator value, when it comes to the denominator on the left hand side, it becomes divided by 4. Try to simplify this so that x will be equal to rupees 8,500. Hence, the principal amount is rupees 8,500. Question number 2. A sum of money invested at compound interest amounts to rupees 19,360 in 2 years and rupees 23,425 in 4 years. Find the rate percent and the original sum of money. In this question, a sum of money is invested for 2 years and for 4 years, the rate of interest being the same. Only the number of year changes. At the end of 2 years, amount received is 19,360 and at the end of 4 years, amount received is 23,425.60. So we have to find the rate of interest. Let us consider the principal as x so that amount in 2 years p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power 2 is equal to 19,360. That is rupees 19,360 is the amount obtained in 2 years. Similarly, 23,425.60 is the amount obtained in 4 years, principal being the same. So let us divide result number 2 by result number 1. When you divide 2 by 1, x and x gets cancelled. Then 1 plus r by 100, 1 plus r by 100 remains the same. 4 to the power 4 to the power 2. Once you divide equation 2 by equation 1, because equation 2 is having the greatest power, 4 minus 2, it results as 1 plus r by 100 to the power 2. Try to simplify. Here I have removed the decimal so that 2 zeros are increased in the denominator, and on the left hand side 1 plus r by 100 is kept as it is. As the power is 2, I have concentrated the value on right hand side to express the value in power of 2. Hence we can equate 1 plus r by 100 is equal to 121 by 110. Plus 1 shifted to the right hand side. Hence the value of r will be equal to 10%. Question number 3. A sum of money lent out at compound interest at a certain rate per annum becomes 3 times of itself in 8 years. Find how many years will the money become 27 times of itself at the same rate of interest. Try to understand this question, children. A sum of money is lent out at compound interest. Rate of interest is not given, but the amount becomes 3 times the invested sum in 8 years. Similarly, in the question it is asked that to make the sum equal to the 27 times the invested money, find the number of years. That means to say, after 8 years, the sum will be 3 times the invested amount. But in how many years the sum will be equal to 27 times the amount invested? Both the cases, the rate of interest is being same. Let us consider the first situation. In case 1, let us find the principal as x, amount is said as 3 times x. That is invested. What is the amount invested? It becomes 3 times the amount invested. The number of years is 8. In this case, after substituting the formula, in the formula A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N, P is X, R is to be calculated, T or N is taken as 8 years. Hence here 3 to the power of 8 is equal to 1 plus R by 100. X and X gets cancelled. To the power 8, when it comes to the other hand side, it becomes 1 by 8. Mark it as result number 1. In case 2, it is said that amount becomes 27 times the amount invested. But the term is not known, but the rate of interest remains the same. So 27 into x is the amount, which is equal to x is the p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power t. In this case also, x and x gets cancelled. The power t is shifted from right hand side to left hand side. It results as 27 to the power 1 by t is equal to 1 plus r by 100. Result number 1 equated for 1 plus r by 100. Result number 2 is also equated for 1 plus r by 100. So if you equate result number 1 and 2, 3 to the power of 1 by 8 is equal to 27 to the power 1 by t. Here 27 can be expressed as 3 cube, hence it results as 1 by 8 is equal to 3 by t. After cross multiplication, t, the term will be equal to 24 years. That means to say, if the certain sum of money is invested at for 24 years, then the amount obtained will be 27 times the amount invested. Question number 4. On what sum of money will compound interest payable annually for 2 years be the same as simple interest on Rs 9,430 for 10 years, both at the rate of 5% per annum? Here also we have two cases. The first case, it is said that a certain sum of money is invested, that means to say P is not given, and it is invested for 2 years, rate being the 5%. So the compound interest obtained on a certain sum of money at the rate of 5% per annum for 2 years is as same as the simple interest obtained on the principal amount 9,430 for 10 years, but the rate of interest is being the same, that is 5%. So two cases. So in simple interest, we know the principal, we know the rate of interest, we know the term. So this simple interest, what is obtained, it should be equated to the compound interest, which is payable for 2 years at the rate of 5%. You can divide this question into two parts. Simple interest, look at over here. Simple interest, principal 9,430, T term or N 10 years are 5%. So simple interest calculation will be equal to 4,715. So this simple interest is equal to the compound interest obtained for 2 years at the rate of 5%, being the principal considered as X. Let us use the formula. Compound interest is equal to A minus P, that is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N minus P. R is 5%, N is 2 years. 1 plus 5 by 100, after simplification it results as 100 plus 5 by 100, that is 105 by 100 whole square. X is taken as common factor in this step itself. So in the next step, 4,715 is equal to X into 21 by 20 whole square, that is 441 by 400. Take the LCM as 400. 441 minus 400 results as 41 by 400. Do the cross multiplication, then X is equal to 46,000. That means to say P, the principal amount, is 46,000. By this we have completed first 4 problems of exercise 3B. Thank you children. Have a nice day.